We've just had a very dangerous development coming from Egypt. There were reports in Israel that a vehicle coming from the Egyptian side stormed onto Israeli troops and attacking them. Reports on Telegram said that 2 Israeli soldiers were wounded. Reports said that it was a vehicle. Others stated it was through machine guns. And these reports came primarily from Telegram. The Israeli army elaborated that they are aware of an incident that happened coming from the Egyptian side on Israeli soldiers in the Philadelphia corridor. There were attacks previously in those regions. There are criminal gangs active in general. Now it's very unlikely for it to be something random or gang related. Why? Because number one, you're talking about unprecedented levels of Egyptian army presence. We've just had the top figure in the Egyptian army visiting the area the other day. The forces deployed are at peak readiness and preparedness, and things have only been escalating between them and Israel. Secondly, when it comes to the Philadelphia corridor, you're talking about Egypt monitoring every inch of that section. We saw that with the video of the top military figure, Ahmed Khalifa, when he visited, and how much they monitor every part in that location. Then there's something very interesting here, the penetration. If the vehicle or the people who carried out this attack penetrated, did Israel not see them? How did that happen? And of course, they wouldn't have been able to penetrate without Egyptian knowledge. So we have a couple of things here. Firstly, it's quite unlikely for something criminal or gang related to happen with this level of forces deployed in the area, both from the Israeli side and from the Egyptian side. It's in a very sensitive location where we have large presence of Israeli forces, a big presence, even a bigger presence of Egyptian troops on the other side. We could have multiple options. Number one, troops from the Egyptian army taking action. That's number one. Number two, someone from Egypt carrying that action with some knowledge of the country, of the state, of the government. Third option, someone deciding to do that in that specific area without Egypt or Israel knowing. That's very, very unlikely, extremely unlikely. Fourth option is a false flag, perhaps from Israel to try and justify taking more action. Whatever it is, it's very dangerous. Usually, when it comes to attacks on these areas, there is a lot of censorship, both from Israel and from Egypt. So far, we've had at least 4 incidents of back and forth attacks. In one instance, Israel by accident landed an explosive device, I think it was a mortar, on an Egyptian post. The second one was fire exchange between Egyptian troops and Israelis. That happened twice, actually. And then we had another incident of a group of people coming to attack Israel from Egypt, over 10 people. At the time, it was labeled as criminal. Again, that could have been a cover-up too. Whatever this is, it's a very dangerous escalation. We're waiting to hear on more elaboration. I'm not sure we're going to get that elaboration, but I just wanted to share that with you because things are very, very tense in that area, and any wrong move could potentially escalate things further.